So hi everyone, good morning, and this is Gayatri here and welcome to today's session. So as you all know, today we are going to be doing a session on ranking and alphabet. So let's start today's session. So first we'll look at alphabet and then we will move on to ranking. So the structure for today's session is as follows. First we will look at the basics that you will need to know in this topic, and then we will go about solving questions from this topic. Now coming to alphabet. This is one topic which is commonly asked in the reasoning ability section in most of the bank exams, bank, SSC, like be it clerks, PO, okay. And this is a mark scoring section, very easy to solve. Only thing, you will have to read the question correctly and understand the question correctly, and you will be able to solve it within 30 seconds. So now what are the basic things that you should know to solve a question from this topic, alphabet? The first and the foremost thing that you need to know are the letters in the English alphabet. How many letters are there in the English alphabet? We all know A, B, C, D till Z, correct? There are 26 letters in the English alphabets. Now the next thing that you need to know is the position of each letter in the English alphabet. Okay, for example, A is the first letter in the alphabet, right? So the position of A is 1. Now the position of B is 2. Position of C is 3, and so on. Similarly, the position of Y will be 25 and position of Z is going to be 26. So the position of the alphabet, the letters in the alphabet is very important, and you should know this to solve a few questions from this topic. Now the next most important thing that you should know from this topic is what are vowels. Okay, what are vowels and what are consonants? What are vowels? A, E, I, O, U are the vowels, and what are the consonants? All the remaining letters other than the vowels in the English alphabet are called as consonants. So if you know these things correctly, then solving questions from this topic is very easy. You need to only decipher the given information correctly to solve the question. Now let us start. I'll share my screen with you. So as I said, the position of the letters in the English alphabet you should know. Okay. Now practically, if you ask me, memorizing the position of each letter in the English alphabet is going to be difficult. Suddenly if I ask you what is the position of H, you might not be able to say that it's 8, correct? So what I would suggest is to remember the position of the letters in the English alphabet, try to memorize a few letters, okay? In the sense, see, we know EZY, okay, all these are 25, 26, this is very easy to remember, right? In between, memorize one letter. For, let's say, memorize G, G's position is 7. So if you, in the question, if you are asked to find the position of a letter which is close to G, it will be easier for you to find it out, right? Similarly, memorize that M is 13. S is 19. So take a few alphabets and memorize their position, so that in the exam it will be easier for you to arrive at the answer. Whichever letter is close by to the letter that you have memorized, from there you can map it on. See, for example, if the question was asking about I, okay, position of I you need to know to answer the question, and you know the position of G is 7. So what you can say, okay, G is 7 means H is going to be 8 and I is going to be 9. So you can do it that way. So what I suggest is, from the whole set of letters, memorize the position of a few letters, so that it will be easier for you while solving the question. Now the next thing, as I said, is to know which are the vowels. A, E, I, O, U. These are the vowels in the English alphabet. And consonants. What are consonants? Consonants are letters other than the vowels. Okay. So if you have a clear understanding of only this information is enough to solve a question that comes from this topic. No more, nothing else you need to know. Okay. Now, what are the types of questions that generally come from this topic? That is the next thing that you need to know, right? Generally, when you look at questions from this topic, questions pertaining to where you are given a word and you are asked to find how many meaningful words can you form using these letters in the given word. So that is one type of question that comes. Then the next type would be wherein you have to arrange the given words in the alphabetical order as you would arrange it in a dictionary. Then there is a type of question wherein you will have to rearrange the given letters, okay, in some format, and they ask you a question based on that from this section. So what we will do is we will take a question by question and see how to solve it. As I said, there is no formulas or anything that is required to solve questions from this topic, and it's a very easy topic and a mark scoring topic. Okay, so see to it that when you get a question from alphabet, see to it that you make it correct, because it's very easy to solve and you will need only less than 30 seconds to solve a question from this topic. So let me share my screen. And as we always do, all the questions for today's session we have selected from previous year papers, and this is to help you perform better in your exams, right? Now, let us look at the first question for today's session. These questions are based on the 5 words given below. Okay, these are the 5 words that is given below. Now, if the second alphabet in each of the word is changed to the previous alphabet in English alphabetical order, how many words thus formed have more than one vowel? So, how do we solve this question? See, there are 5 words that are given, and the second alphabet in each word has to be changed to the previous alphabet in English. And you have to find how many words have more than one vowel. So, you guys try it and give me the answer. I'll give you 30 seconds and your time starts now. What is the answer for this question? In the meantime, I'll just write down the words so that it's easier for me to solve. Okay, somebody says 1, somebody says 5. Okay, let's see. Okay, 30 seconds is done, right? So, let's solve. Here, what are we doing? The second alphabet in each word is changed to the previous alphabet. So, what is H becoming? It will become G, correct? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Then O will become what? N, L, M, N, O, correct? P will become what? O, P, correct? L, M, N, O, then P. That is, we are changing it to one alphabet before. Now, one letter before, I mean. Now, A will become what? Before A, there is no letter, so we generally take it as Z. Now, what will H become? H will become again G. Now, all the other alphabets, all the other letters are going to be the same. So, this is our final letters that we get. Now, how many words have more than one vowel? How many vowels are there here? Only one is there, correct? E. Here, no vowels are there. Now, here, O and U, 2 vowels are there here. Here again, no vowels are there. One vowel is there, E. So, how many words have more than one vowel? Only one word, correct? C-O-U. That is option 2. Only one word has more than one vowel in it. Hope it's clear. Let's move on to the next question. Very easy question, right? Now see, this was a previous year question, and you can see that there are 3 or 4 consecutive questions from the same set of words. So again, at a stretch you will get 5 marks if you get this question correctly, and it's not very difficult as well. Now let us look at the next question. If in each of the words all the alphabets are arranged in English alphabetical order within the word, how many words will begin with a vowel? So okay, again, solve this question and give me the answer. 30 seconds for you. So what are they asking? If all the alphabets are arranged in English alphabetical order within the word. So within each word you have to arrange the letters in the alphabetical order. So somebody is saying 3. Okay, a lot of you are giving me the answer as 3. So you have solved it. So now let me solve it for you. So how do I arrange these words in terms of their, see, let me take the first word, T-H-E, correct? So which will be the first letter that comes in the alphabetical order in this? It will be E, followed by H, followed by T. This is how you arrange the first word where the letters are arranged in the alphabetical order. Now look at the next word. What will be the first letter that comes in the alphabetical order in that word? It is going to be D, followed by M, followed by O. Then in the next word it's going to be CPU itself, correct? It is in the alphabetical order only. The letters are in the alphabetical order only. Now next one will be A, M, R, and this is going to be E, H, S. So how many words are starting with a vowel? See, this is starting with a vowel, correct? E. This is not, D is not a vowel, D is a consonant. So that doesn't come under the given criteria. Again, C is a consonant, A is a vowel, E is a vowel. So there are 3 words, correct, which satisfy the given information. So our answer is going to be option 3. 3 words are there. All of you got the answer correctly? Good. Let's move on to the next question. How many letters are there in the English alphabetical series between the third letter of the second word from the left and the second letter of the second word from the right? So how do you solve this question? Again, 30 seconds for you. Start solving. Okay, some of you are giving me the answer as 3 for this. What is the answer? 1. Somebody says 1. Vipul says 1. Okay. Any more answers? Okay, somebody says 2. Samriti says 2. Okay, now let me solve it for you. How many letters are there in the English alphabetical series between the third letter of the second word? Which is the third letter of the second word? This is the second word, correct? MOD. Now what is the third letter? It's going to be D, correct? From the left, and the second letter of the first word from the right. So this is the second word from the left. So it is, second word from the left is MOD, and the third letter in this word is going to be D. Now the second word from the right is going to be RAM. And what is the second letter of the second word? What is the second letter of the second word? It's going to be A, correct? So we are looking at D and A, these letters. Now the question is, how many letters are there between these two in the English alphabetical series? So if you take A, B, C, D, correct? This is the English alphabetical series. So how many letters are there between A and D? There are going to be 2 letters, correct? 2 letters between A and D. So the answer for this question is option 2. Lot of you have given me the answer as 1 or 3. For those of you who gave me that answer, I hope my explanation was clear to you. Yeah. Let's move on to the next question. Again from the same arrangement. If the given words are arranged in the order as they would appear in the English dictionary, from left to right, which of the following will be fourth from the left? So what do you do here? The given words, you have to arrange them as if they were appearing in the English dictionary. So in the English dictionary, the words will be arranged according to the alphabetical order, correct? First you will have words with A, followed by words with B, followed by words with C, and so on. So here, which will be the first word that would come in the English dictionary? It's going to be the one that starts with C, correct? The next word that would come would be the one that starts with M, followed by the one that starts with R, followed by the one that starts with S, followed by the one that starts with T. I am just writing the first letters, okay? Now the question is, which of the following will be fourth from the left? So which is going to be the fourth letter that will come from the left word? 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth from the left is from this side. The fourth word is going to be the one that starts with S, or which is SHE, she. So the answer for this question is option 2. So I hope it was clear, and I am moving on to the next question. Yeah. The next question is again from these words. In each of the given words, each of the consonants is changed to the previous letter, and each vowel is changed to the next letter in the English alphabetical series. Each of the words, you have to replace the consonant with the previous letter and the vowel to the next letter in English alphabetical series. Then you have to find those words and then the question. Okay. Now let's solve it. A lot of you have got the answer. So let me solve it now. THEMODCPURAMSHE. This is our words, right? Now the consonants has to be replaced with the previous letter. So which are our consonants? THMDCPRMSH. Now let us first replace them with the previous letter. So what do you get? This is STGH. This is going to be L. This is C, B, O, Q, L, R, S, G, H. Correct? Now the vowels. Vowels, what should you do? You should change it to the next letter in the English alphabetical series. So after E, F will come. Correct? After O, P. After U, V. After A, B. After E, F. So these are the new sets of words that you have got. Now in the question is, in how many words thus formed will there be no vowel? So how many words have no vowel? See, SGF. Is there any vowel here? No, there is no vowel here. Correct? Similarly, LPC. Is there any vowel here? No. BOV. Yes, O is there. O is a vowel. Correct? So that is not what we want. Now QBL. Is there any vowel here? No, there is no vowel. RGF. Again, there is no vowel. So there are going to be 4 words which has no vowel in them. So answer for this question is 4. All of you got the answer correctly? Good. Let's move on to the next question. So this is one set. If you see, the 5 questions that we solved was one set of questions that was asked. Now, next question. If the first and the second letters in the word depression were interchanged, also the third and the fourth letters, the fifth and the sixth letters, and so on, which of the following would be seventh letter from the right? Now see, this is a question wherein you are given a word and you are asked to interchange the position of the letters in the given word. Okay, this is another type of question that comes from this topic. So let us see how to solve it. Might be you guys try it, give me the answer, and then I'll go about solving it. Somebody has given me the answer P4, let's solve it. So what is there? Depression, correct? The word is depression, D-E-P-R-E-S-S-I-O-N. The first and the second letters of the word are interchanged, correct? So which are the first and the second letter? They are interchanged means this is in position 1, correct? This is in position 2. So E is going to come to position 1 and D is going to go to position 2. So this will become ED. Similarly, the third and the fourth letters are interchanged, correct? So this will become, R will come to position 3, correct? And P will go to position 4. Similarly, fifth and sixth, these two. So club two letters together and just interchange them and write, correct? You just interchange the each club two letters and interchange them and write. That's what they have given, correct? Now, which of the following would be the seventh letter from the right? So which is going to be your right? This is your from right, correct? From right, and this is going to be from left. So from right, which is the seventh letter? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The seventh letter from right is going to be P. So answer for this question is option 4. So I hope it's clear. So let's move on to the next question. So this is the next type of question that comes from the topic alphabets. Now how do you solve this? How many such pairs of letters are there in the word wonders, each of which has as many letters between them in the word as they have between them in the English alphabetical order? Now, you should understand this question first to solve it. If you understand what they are asking, then solving this question becomes very, very easy. Okay. Now, what are they asking? See, they have given us a word wonders, W-O-N-D-E-R-S, and you have to find those letters in this word who have as many letters between them as they have in the alphabetical order. See, for example, let us take this R and S. Okay, here if you actually take the alphabetical order A, B, C, D, E, F, G, correct? What will you get? You have P, Q, R, S, T, correct? So if you in the actual alphabetical order, after R, the letter that comes is S, correct? So here, but in this word also, if you see, it is just like how it comes in the alphabetical order. After R, S is coming. So this is one pair of letters which have as many letters between them as in the English alphabetical order. In the actual English alphabetical order, between R and S there are no letters, correct? Immediately after R, S is coming in the alphabetical order, and here in the word also immediately after R, S is coming. So that is one pair that we have identified. We have to identify similarly how many such pairs are there in this given word, and here remember in the bracket they have given in both forward and backward direction. So similarly if you see D-E, correct? In the actual alphabetical order also after D, E comes. So this is another pair. Now in the forward direction again, is there any other word, any other set? W-O-N, no, nothing is there, correct? E, S, D, E we have taken. Okay, now look at the reverse order. Reverse order means backward direction you check. See here N-O, correct? L-M, N followed by O. This is also in the same way as these letters are in the English alphabetical order. So this is another word which has the same number of letters as they have in the English alphabet order. Now take R and W. S and W if you take P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W. No, that's not correct. Take R. After R, S, T, U, V, W. Correct? So in the actual alphabets, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W. Between R and W, how many letters are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Here also, in this question also, between R and W, how many letters are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is another pair which satisfies our condition. So how many such pairs of letters are there in this word? There are 4 pairs of letters in this word which has as many letters between them as in the English alphabetical order. So answer for this question from the options will be more than 3. Answer option 4. Correct. These are the pairs. Lot of you got the answer correctly. Excellent. Let's move on to the next question. Again, similar question, right? The word here is reason. How many such pairs of letters are there in the word reason, each of which has as many letters between them in the word as they have between them in the English alphabet? So here the word given is reason, R-E-A-S-O-N. Now very clearly when we see the question we can see that N-O, adjacent letters as they appear in the English alphabetical order. So this is one set which has as many letters between them as in the English alphabet. Now there are no other letters, correct? R-S, they are far away, no, not possible. Then E-O-N, no other letters have the same number of letters between them as the alphabet. So there is only one pair and answer for this question is option 2. Only one pair, correct. Let's move on to the next type of question. How many meaningful 4-letter English words can be formed with these letters K-E-A-B, using each letter only once in each word? So what is asked in the question? There are 4 letters, okay, K-E-A-B. Using these letters, how many meaningful 4-letter English words can you form? Try to form 4-letter English words with these words and tell me. Okay, beak. Okay, a lot of you are getting the answer as 2. Yes, 2 is the correct answer. So the meaningful words that you can form are B-A-K-E, bake, and B-E-A-K, beak. These are the 2 meaningful 4-letter words that you can form using these letters. So the answer for this question is option 2. Did any of you get any other word than this? I have not got. Okay, everybody is getting 2. So let's take that as the answer and move to the next question. So let us look at the next question. If it is possible to form a word with the first, 4th, 7th and 11th letters of the word superfluous, write the first letter of that word. Otherwise, X is the answer. Now let us see what, very easy question. Just you write down the information and try to understand what is given in the question. It becomes very easy. If you guys could solve the previous question, what is so difficult with this question? Now, if it is possible to form a word with the first, 4th, 7th and 11th. Okay, this is your first letter. Now position of each letter is, I am just writing it down so that it's clear for all of you. You needn't write it down like this in the exam. Okay, now you have to take the first, the 4th, the 11th, 7th and the 11th letters. So what are the letters that you are taking? S, E, L and S. So if you take these 4 letters and you have to check if you can form a word with these 4 letters. Can you form a word? Yes, you can. The word that you can form is S-C-L-S. So it will be L-E-S-S, less. That is a word that you can form with these 4 letters. And if you are able to form a word, then write the first letter of the word. What is the first letter of the word? It's going to be L. So the first letter of the word is L and the answer for this question is option 2. Okay, if we could not form a word, then you should have taken the answer as X. I hope it's clear. Okay, so this question you can expect it for papers like clerk, right? Clerk paper and all might be, you can expect such questions. Okay, let's look at the next question. If it is possible to make only one meaningful word with the 2nd, 3rd, 8th and 9th letters of the word conflicted, which would be the 2nd letter of the word from the left? If more than one such word can be formed, give A as the answer. If no such word can be formed, give Z as your answer. Okay, let us look at this question. Okay, let's check. So conflicted is the word. Now, which are the 2nd? You are taking the 2nd, the 3rd, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and the 9. Okay, so these are the letters that you are taking, O, N, T and E. Now what are the meaningful word that you can form with this? You can either say note or tone, correct? You can form 2 meaningful words with these letters. Now the question is, if you can form only one word, then what should be your answer? Okay, if you can form only one word, which will be the second letter of the word from the left? If more than one such word can be formed, give A as the answer. So here we can see that we can form two such words, note and tone. So if you can form two such words, what should be your answer? Your answer should be A. Okay, if only one word can be formed, then the answer would have been O, as somebody said earlier. But here two words can be formed, so the answer has to be A or option 1. Correct. Let's move on to the next question. Similar question. If it is possible to make any one meaningful word with the first, the second, the fourth and the fifth letters of the word violence, using each letter only once, which of the following will be the first letter of that word? If only two such words can be formed, give P as your answer. If only four such words can be formed, give Y as your answer. And if no such word can be formed, give X as the answer. So, what is the word given here? Violence. Any of you got the answer for this question? Okay, let's see. Now, what are the letters that we are taking? The first, the second, the fourth and the fifth. So, V, I, L, E. So, now what are the meaningful words that you can form? Okay, tell me how many meaningful words can you form with these letters? Now, here to solve this question, vocabulary is very important, because there are a few words which you should know that, okay, that is a meaningful word. Yeah. Okay, a lot of you are giving me Y as the answer, P. Okay, the words that you can form are live. Live is one word, correct? Live, E-V-I-L, evil. Okay, then V-E-I-L, veil. Then V-I-L-E, while. You can form four words using these letters. Now, live meaning you should know, evil meaning you should know, veil is a cover that you wear on your face, right? And while is a negative word, like what can you say, very bad, some negative, it has a negative meaning to that. So, you can form four words using these letters. So, what will be your answer? The answer for your question is going to be Y, correct? Four such words are formed, Y is your answer. So, answer is option 2. So, let's move on to the next question. The next question is this: the positions of the first and the fourth letters of the word planet are interchanged. Similarly, the positions of the second and the fifth letters, third and the sixth letters are interchanged. In the new arrangement thus formed, how many letters are there between the letter which is second from the right and the letter which is fourth from the left according to the English alphabetical order? Now, what is the word given here? You are given planet. Okay. Now, the positions of the first and the fourth letters of the word planet are interchanged. So, this is the first letter and this is the fourth letter. So, we are going to interchange the position of these two. Similarly, the position of the second and the fifth, these two interchange. So, what will be the new word that you get? So, N is going to go here, correct? And P is going to go here, E is going to come here, L is going to go there, T is going to come here and A is going to go here. So, this is the new set of words that you get, letter that you get, new set of letters or the new word that you get. The question is, in the new arrangement, how many letters are there between the letter which is second from the right? So, which is going to be your right? This is your right side and this is your left side. Second from the right means 1, 2. So, which is the letter that is second from our right? It is L. And the letter which is fourth from the left. So, from the left means 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth from the left is P. So, in the actual English alphabetical order, how many letters are there between L and P? L, M, N, O, P. Correct? So, there are 3 letters between L and P in the English alphabetical order. And answer for this question is option 4. So, let us move on to the next question. The positions of how many alphabets will remain unchanged if each of the alphabets in the word worthy is arranged in the alphabetical order from left to right? Very easy question, right? How do you solve this? There is a word worthy and you have to arrange the alphabets in the alphabetical order, these letters. So, how will you arrange them? Which will be the first letter that will come when you arrange it in the alphabetical order? W-O-R-T-H-Y. So, when you are arranging it in the alphabetical order, the first letter is going to be H, followed by O, R, T, W and Y. Now the question is, the positions of how many alphabets will remain unchanged? So which are the alphabets that are there in the same position? See, in the first position, this is in position 1, this is 2, this is 3 and this is 4, this is 5 and this is 6. Now after rearrangement, H has come to position 1, O is in position 2, this is 3, 4, 5, 6. So now here the question is, how many such letters are there which are in the same position, or the position remains unchanged after rearrangement. See, if you take O, earlier O was in the second position, now also O is in the second position. So its position is remaining unchanged, correct? Similarly R, earlier also it was in the same position, now also it's in the same position. Similarly T also. So how many such, again Y also, correct? So how many such letters are there? There are 4 letters, O, R, T and Y. So answer for this question is more than 3, that is there are 4. Option 5. I hope it's clear. Yeah, let's move on to the next question. Again, similar question. If all the letters in the word signature are rearranged as they appear in the English alphabetical order, the position of how many letters will remain unchanged after the rearrangement? So how do you solve this? Signature, S-I-G-N-A T-U-R-E. Signature. Now arrange these letters in the alphabetical order. Which will be how will you get? What will be the order that you get? Come on, yeah, easy question. Give me the answer. Suddenly everybody is solving, no answers. Very easy question, no? Option 2, 1, you have started giving me the answer. So let me solve. So when I arrange these letters, the first letter will be A, followed by E, then G, then I, then N, R, S, T, U. Now if you see which letters have not changed their position, G. See, G is in the same place as it was earlier. Any other letter that is in the same place? No. All the other letters have changed position. So it's only G that has not changed position. Only one such letter. So answer is option 2. Correct. All of you have got. Now let's move to the next question. The next type of question that I told you earlier was the one where you have to arrange the following according to the dictionary. Now how will you arrange these letters according to the dictionary? See, arrange the following according to dictionary. Fenestration, feather, fee head, feature, feminine. So how do you solve this? Which will be the first word that would come in your dictionary? How do you arrange it in the alphabetic in the dictionary? Option 2. Option 2. Okay, for this question, see, very easy question, right? Which will be the first word that comes? It will be, see, everything starts with F-E, correct? Now, then it's here, the first word it is N. Here it's A, E. Now let us look at the third word, okay? Because see, what you should do here is the first two letters are the same. F-E is common everywhere. So look at the third letter. Now what is the third letter? Here it is N, here there is A. So this word will appear before this word for sure. So in that way, if I look at all the words, if you look at the third letter, there are two words which has A as the third letter. Then if you compare these two words, this feather is going to appear first because F-E-A-T. These 4 letters are the same for both the words. Then here you have a H and here you have a U. So this is going to be the one that appears first, followed by this, which is going to be the second. Then will be the word which has F-E-E. The third letter is E. So here this is the third and this will be fourth and this is going to be the fifth. So the order is going to be B, D, C, E, A. B, D, C, E, A is option 2. So let's move to the next question. Which of the given responses would be a meaningful order of the following? So basically you have to arrange these given words, rivulet, ocean, tributary, river, sea, rain in a meaningful order. So how will you arrange them? See, generally what are these? These are water bodies, right? So when you arrange them, either you have to arrange them from the smallest water body to the biggest water body, or from the biggest to the smallest. So you have to follow any one sequence. So for that, now in this, the words that are very easy are river, ocean, sea, rain, correct? Rivulet and tributary. Now you should know the meaning of these words, then the arrangement becomes very easy. Option 3, somebody says option 3. Somebody is asking me, what is a rivulet? See, a rivulet is actually a very small stream. Okay, and a tributary, okay, a tributary is again a stream or a very small river that flows into a bigger river. Okay, I just said what a rivulet means. A rivulet is a very small stream. So how can we arrange it? See, first you have rain, correct? Rain comes. From rain, what fills up? The rivulets fill up, correct? The rivulets fill up, and the rivulets, after that it goes into the tributaries. That is a little bigger river or a bigger stream. Okay, tributary. From the tributary, the water goes to the rivers. That is a little more bigger water body. The rivers flow into the sea, and the sea flows into the ocean. Okay, rain, rivulet, tributary, rivers, sea and ocean. So what is the option, correct option here? This is F, correct? F, A, C, D, E, B. F, A, C, D, E, B is option 4. Now see, if you do not know the meaning of the word rivulet, see what you can see is some options you can immediately, like as soon as you see the question, you can remove. See, for example, from this you will definitely know that generally the biggest one is going to be the ocean, correct? So the last one is going to be ocean. So you can actually remove these two options and you will be left with 2 options to solve. Okay, now I hope it's clear. Let's move on to the next question. In the question below, from the given alternative words, select the words which cannot be formed using the letters of the word administration. So what is asked in the question? There is a word called administration. Now from this you have to find the word which cannot be formed using these letters. Now station, okay, S-T-A-T-I-O-N, all the letters are there, this can be formed. Okay, now mind, M-I-N-D, M-I-N, M is there, I is there, N is there, D is also there. So this word can also be formed. Similarly, ration, R-A-T-I-O-N, R-A-T-I-O-N, this word can also be formed. Minister, can you form minister? No, this word cannot be formed because E is there. E is not there in this word. So answer for this question is option 4. Minister. Minister is the word that you cannot form. Okay. Now instead of, see, by just looking at these words, suddenly what comes to our eyes is you can note that there is an E here, which is definitely not here. Directly you can select it as option 4. You can also cross check once whether the other options are correct. Now next question. In the question below, same. From the given alternative, select the word which cannot be formed using the letters of the given word. So the word given is character. Again, if you here, what is the answer? Give me the answer. Very easy question. You should take only like 5 seconds to solve this question, not more than that. Hearty, correct. See the word, the letter Y. The letter Y is not there in character, correct? So this word you cannot form using the given letters of the word. So your option is going to be 2, hearty. Everybody got it correctly? Now the next question. So this was a little different question that we saw in one of the papers, which is it is more or less the same only. The logic is the same only, but the question is framed in a bit different way. Okay. So try to solve this question. Okay. Let's solve. So this is the last question for alphabet, and with this we'll move to ranking. So if the digits of the dials of a clock are replaced by the English alphabet beginning with D, such as D represents 1, E represents, F represents 2 and so on, then where will be the hour hand at 1945? So what is the answer for this question? Give me the answer for this question. So what are the hands of the clock? 1, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Now F is D replaces 1, correct? F replaces 2. So this is going to be what? E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. This is going to be N, and this is going to be P, R, T. Now let us not fill the remaining. See what have they asked? The hours, the hour hand at 1945. What is 1945? 1945 is 7:45 p.m. correct? So the hour hand is going to be here and the minute hand is going to be here. So where is the hour hand? It is between 7 and 8, or it is between P and R. So answer for this question is option 3, PR. So let's move on to the next topic for today's session, that is ranking. So now coming to ranking, now the questions from ranking generally involve questions where you have to arrange a group of people, okay, in terms of their attributes given. Okay, attributes in the sense sometimes questions based where people are standing in a row, their position in that particular row, you will have to find that out, or cases where you have to arrange people according to their rank in a class, or arranging of persons according to their height, weight, age, etc. So ranking is at times also called as ordering. So basically you are ordering the given information. Now there are a few formulas that are very helpful for you to solve questions from this topic. So I hope you would have seen the detailed explanation of these in our videos, right, in the ranking lesson, the video lessons that we have in the portal. But we will also just go through the formulas once so that we recollect what are the formulas that has to be used. And there are a few questions wherein the formulas will not be really useful, wherein you will have to solve the question. So the most important thing according to me that you should know to solve a question from ranking is to be able to represent the given information in a diagram correctly. Okay, try to draw the diagram of the given information. Generally it's a queue, right? Just you have to draw a line and mark the person's position correctly. If you are able to do that correctly, solving any question from this topic will become very easy. Okay. So first, as I said, we will look at the formulas that you need to know, and then we will go about solving the questions. Now the first formula that you should know is this: to find the total number of persons. Okay. Now in the question, if you are given, there is a row of persons standing and the position of one particular person, this is one person P, his position from the right end, okay, is R. So he is at the right, from his right end his position is R, and from the left end his position is L. Then the total number of people in the row can be given using the formula R plus L minus 1. So this is our first formula that you should know. So see, this is one formula that you can by heart, okay. If the position of a person from the left and the right end is given, directly you can find the number of people in the queue. Now let me just, this formula you just by heart it, but let me just explain it to you how we are arriving at this formula. See, in ranking, if the concept is clear to you as to how we are arriving at these formulas, then at the exam, if you actually don't remember the formula also, you can directly go about solving the question. Now see, there are a group of people standing. I don't know how many of them are there, we have to find out. Now there is a person P, he is from the left end of the queue, his position is L. So how many people are standing there before him on the left hand side? How many people are there here before him? There are L minus 1 people standing before him on the, or there are L minus 1 people on his left hand side. Then his position from the right is given as R. So how many people are there after him on the right side? There are R minus 1 people, because he is the rth person. So how many people are there after him on the right hand side? There are R minus 1 people. So put together totally how many people are there in this row? This L minus 1 persons plus our P, correct? He's also one person, right? Plus this R minus 1. So L minus 1 plus R minus 1, or this is equal to L plus R minus 1. So this is how you have arrived at this formula. Okay, I hope it is clear. So I am just explaining to you how we are arriving at this formula. Now if you know this concept, it is very easy, right? At times you don't remember the formula. See, some of us are not very good at remembering formulas. In those cases, if the concept is clear, you can directly go about solving the question. So let's move on to the next question. I hope this explanation was clear, how we arrived at this formula. Now if you are still not clear, just go back to our video lessons. It is explained in a very detailed manner. Okay. Now let's look at the next formula that we have. See, to find the position of a person from one end of a row. Now R minus 1 persons are there. Now totally, so how many people are there in this queue? L minus 1 plus R minus 1 plus this person P, correct? So L minus 1 plus 1 plus R minus 1. So there are L plus R minus 1 people. I hope it's clear. For this, I remember one thing, that whenever total is given, just add 1 to the total and subtract the other digit, and when total is not given and 2 number, then add 2. Okay. Yeah, so let's move on to the next formula that we have. I hope the previous formula was clear. Now this is to find the position of a person from one end of a row. Again, you are given a queue. Okay. Now what is the information given to us? If in a row or a queue of total t persons. Okay. So we know that there are going to be t persons in this row, and the position of one person p from one of the ends is given. Okay. Then his position from the other end will be t minus p plus 1. So if there is a person, okay, let us say take him as x. Okay, his position from one of the ends. Let us take his position from the left end is p. Then his position from the other end is going to be t minus p plus 1. So again, very easy this formulas as well. How are we arriving at it? See, there is a person. His position is x. So how many people are? This is x. His position is p from this end. So how many people are there before him? There are p minus 1 people before him. Now we don't know how many people are there after him. Totally we know there are t persons. Correct? So how many people are there here? So I can say that what is t? Okay, total number of people is nothing but p minus 1 plus this x, right? He is one person, plus 1 plus the people on his other side, or I can say t is equal to p plus question mark, or I can say equal to t minus p. Now what is question mark? Number of people after this person. So what is his position from this end? It is nothing but plus 1. Correct? See, this question mark is the number of persons who are standing after him. Okay, so what is his position? Will be plus 1. That is, there are 11 people after me, or 11 people on my right hand side, means my position is going to be 12. So that is why I have added plus 1 here. So that is how we arrive at this formula. Okay, I hope it's clear how we have arrived at this formula. So in a row, if there are totally t people and the position of a person p from one of his end is p, given as p, then his position from the other end will be t minus p plus 1. Again, if you remember these formulas, if the question is very direct, just by applying the formula, you can arrive at the answer. Let's move on to the next one. Now the next one is to find the total number of persons, again in a queue where the conditions are a bit complex. Okay, now let us read what is the given information here. In a row of persons, if the positions of A and B from the left end and the right end are L and R respectively, and there are n persons between A and B, then the total number of persons in the row will be given as, here there are two cases, without overlapping and with overlapping. So let me just explain this to you. Now there is again a queue of persons standing, okay, in a row. Now there are two people A and B, okay, and we are assuming that there are n persons between A and B. So between A and B there are n people. Now this person's position from the left end is L, and this person's position from the right end is R. Correct? Now what is the question? How many people are there in the row? Now if this is the case, correct, if this is the case, totally how many people are there in the row? This L represents the position of A, correct? So it also includes A. So from here till A, how many people are there? There are L people. This is including A. Then between A and B, you have N people, correct? After that, including B, and after B, you have R people. So the total number of people that you have is L plus N plus R. Correct? This is the first case. Now the second case is with overlapping. Now what is with overlapping? With overlapping is where, see, if you have A here and B is here, and the position of A from the left is L and the position of B from the right is R, and there are n people in between A and B, then the total number of people is given by the formula L plus R minus of n plus 2. So how do we arrive at this formula? See, what is the total number of people here? L plus R. But when you consider this L and R, what you have to notice that this A and B is considered 2 times, correct? Because this L includes, what does this L include? L includes persons who are here, correct, plus B plus this N plus A. Similarly, this R includes the people who are here plus A plus N plus again B. So what can we say? The total number of people is given by L plus R minus of N plus 2, because I am subtracting this N once and A and B because they are added twice, and that is how we arrive at this formula. So these are the two formulas that you should know when you are given positions of two people from left and right and you are asked to find the total number of persons, and you are also given how many people are there between A and B. Now for these, again as I said, for these explanations you can refer back to our videos. You will get detailed explanations of this. I have just explained it to you very briefly. If you really don't understand, please ask me, else we will just move on with the questions. So as I said, just remember, keep these formulas in mind, but please learn to know the diagram correctly when the question comes, so that it's easier for you to answer. So let's move on to the first question. So this is the first question for today's session from ranking. In a row of children facing north, Ritesh is 12th from the left end. Sudhir, who is 22nd from the right end, is 4th to the right of Nitesh. Totally how many children are there in the row? So let's start. So come on, give me the answer guys. What is the answer for this question? So this question you can directly use the formula to solve it. I will solve it in both the ways, with the formula and without the formula. Okay, why? See, I always solve the questions without the formula as well, so that it's clear to you as to how we are arriving at the answer. So there are a group of children facing the north. So they are actually facing in this direction, correct? North. And Ritesh is 12th from the left. So this is the total number of students who are standing. Ritesh is, so this is Ritesh. He is 12th from the left. Okay. Sudhir, who is 22nd from the right, is 4th to the right of Ritesh. So Sudhir is here, means he is 4th to the right of Ritesh. Okay. And Sudhir is 22nd from the right. Sudhir is 22nd from the right. Now see, Sudhir is 4th to the right of Ritesh, means how many people are there between Ritesh and Sudhir? There are 3 persons, correct? He is 4th. Like let's say I am 4th to some particular person, means in between both of us there are 3 people. Okay. Now so if you are using the formula here, right, now if there are 2 persons, their positions are given. If you have to find the total number of persons, right, which case is this? It is case 1, right, without overlapping. And so directly if you are using the formula, it's going to be L plus N plus R. So what is L here? Position of R from the left is 12 plus these 3 people plus 22, correct? That is equal to how much? 22 plus 12 is 34 plus 3 is 37. Now if you are not using this formula L plus N plus R also, what do you get? See, there are 12 people here. 11 people before Ritesh plus Ritesh, that is 12. Then these 3 people are there. Then followed by S, Sudhir. Then after Sudhir there are 21 people. So we have to just add them. Again, that is also 12 plus 3 plus 22. That is equal to 37. So answer for this question is option 3. So I hope it's clear. Let's move on to the next question. In a row of 40 children, R is 11th from the right end and there are 15 children between R and M. What is the M's position from the left end of the row? So in a row of 40 children, so what is the information that is given? So a lot of you have given answer for this question. So let me solve it. In a row of 40 children, R is 11th from the right end. So this is R. How many people are there after R? There are, R is 11th, right? So there are 10 people on this side and there are 15 children between R and M. See here, even though nothing has been mentioned, where should be M? Can M be here? No, because there are 15 children between R and M, means M has to be somewhere here, correct? So there are 15 children between R and M. Now what is M's position from the left end of the row? So you have to find what is M's position here. See, totally you know how many people are there. There are 40 students, correct? So till M so let us find out first how many children are there after M on this side. Okay, so that will be nothing but 40 minus this M is 1 person, right? Then you have 15 people in between, then you have R and then you have 10 people after R, or that is equal to 40 minus 16 plus 1, 17. 17 plus 10 is 27. 40 minus 27 or 13. So there are 13 people here, correct? On this side of M there are 13 persons. So if on this side of M there are 13 persons, then what is the question? What is the position of M from the left end of the row? So if there are 13 persons before M here, M's position is going to be the 14th. I hope it's clear. See, if there are 13 people on this side, M will be the 14th person. Is it clear? 40 minus 27 plus 1, that is 14. Yeah. Option 1. I hope this was clear to all of you. Just draw the diagram and represent it correctly, you will get the answer. There are 13 people before M, that's what we found out, so M is going to be 14th. All of you have got the answer correctly, I don't see any issue. So let's move on to the next question. In a row of 37 boys facing south, R is 8th to the right of T, who is 14th to the left of D. How many boys are there between D and R in the row? How do we do this? I think a lot of you have given me the answer as option 1, is it? Guys, you gave me the answer? Okay, so give me the answer for this question. Okay, let's see. But I don't think 6 is the right answer. Let's see. Guys, as I said, try to represent the diagram correctly, then you will not make a mistake. Now, I'll do it for you. In a row, there are 37 boys, okay, facing the south. So, they are all facing which direction? South. You know the directions, right? I needn't draw that. North, south, east and west. South means they are all facing this side. Now, R is 8. How many people are there? There are 37 people. Okay. R is 8th to the right of T. Okay, so if this is T, which side is R going to be? See, remember, if everybody is facing south, assume that you are also facing south. So which will be, where will your left hand be? If you are facing south, if you are facing in this direction, this is going to be our left side and this is going to be our right side. So keep that in mind when you solve the question, then only you will get the correct answer here. Okay, so here what is given? R is 8th to the right of T. So which is the right hand side of T? This is going to be the right hand side of T. See, remember in this question they have clearly given that the students are facing the south. That means they are facing in this direction. So this is going to be their left hand side and this is going to be their right hand side. So you can all, we might all end up making a mistake here if we don't note this correctly. So R is 8th to the right of T means which is going to be R? R is going to be on this side. He is 8th to the right of T means between R and T how many people are there? Between R and T there are going to be 7 persons, correct? He is 8th to the right of T and T who is 14th to the left of D. So where will D be? Again, D has to be somewhere here, correct? Because T is 14 to the left of D. So left of D has to be this direction. So T is in this direction with respect to D. So D has to be somewhere here. So how many people are there between D and T now? There are going to be 13 persons between D and T because it is given that T is 14th to the left of D. Okay, I hope it's clear. So now what is the question? How many boys are there between D and R? So how do we do this? See, totally there are 13 people between D and T and 7 people between R and T. So how many people are there between D and R? 13 minus 7, correct? 13 minus 7 will give you from D till R how many people are there, but here R is also included. So you have to remove R also because they are asking us how many people are there between D and R, or that is 13 minus 7 minus 1, or that is equal to 13 minus 8, or which is equal to 5. So answer for this question is 5, which is not there in the option, so you should take it as none of these. Is it clear? Yeah, 13 minus 7 minus 1, that is equal to 5. No doubts here, right? Shall we move on to the next question? See, remember here we have to do the directions correctly, that's all. Left hand side and right hand side because they are facing the south. This is their left and this is going to be their right. Hope you don't need further explanation for this question. Shall I move to the next question? Clear? Yeah, okay. In a row of girls, Ravina is 15th from the left and Mohini is 18th from the right. If they interchange their places, Mohini becomes 15th from the left. How many girls are there in the row? So how do we solve this? In a row of girls, Ravina is 15th from the left. Yeah, so Ravina is 15th from the left. This is Ravina, and Mohini. Mohini is 18th from the right. Okay, now if they interchange their places, okay, Mohini becomes 15th from the left, which is obvious for us, right? If Mohini comes here, she is going to be 15th from the left. How many girls are there in the row? Now this question can also be the one with overlapping. We are not sure of that as well. Even if it was with overlapping, okay, so what will be the case? If this is Ravina, this is going to be Mohini, correct? So he is going to be 15th, 15, 18, if they are interchanging the positions. Again, in this case, will you be able to find the total number of people in the row? I think the data is inadequate, right? See, we do not have any information about how many people are there between Mohini and Ravina, correct? So the option would be data inadequate, because without knowing how many people are there in between, even if there is an overlapping, right? See, we saw the formula, right, with overlapping and without overlapping. In both the cases, either the formula was L plus N plus R, or it was L plus R minus of N plus 2. In both these cases, we knew the number of persons between them. Here, we do not know N. So without knowing N, we cannot solve. So the answer would be data inadequate. Now, if in this question N was given, then you can try out both the cases and see which option matches. So let's move on to the next question. Now let us look at this question. In a class, among the past students, Neeta is 22nd from the top, and Kalyan, who is 5 ranks below Neeta, is 34th from the bottom. All the students from the class have appeared for the exam. If the ratio of the students who passed in the exam to the students who failed in the exam is 4:1 in that class, how many students are there in the class? So how do we solve this question? See, class rank means top, bottom, right? That's all. Here in direction means basically you can represent them like this, top to bottom. That will be easier. Somebody has given me the answer as 60. So let's check. Somebody says ratio is redundant. Okay, let's see. Now there are a group of students in a class. Let us see, these are the total number of students in the class. Neeta is 22nd from the top. So this is Neeta, means how many students are there before Neeta in the who have got marks? 21 students are there on top of Neeta. And Kalyan, who ranks 5 below Neeta. So if this is Kalyan, how many people are there between Neeta and Kalyan? There are going to be 4 people, correct? Because Kalyan ranks 5. Kalyan is 5 ranks below Neeta. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 4 people between Neeta and Kalyan. And is 34th from the bottom. So how many people are there after Kalyan? Rank after Kalyan in the class, there are going to be 33 students who are ranked after Kalyan. Now, if the ratio of the students who passed in the exam, all the students of the class have appeared for the exam. If the ratio of the students who passed in the exam to those who failed in the exam is 4:1, then how many students are there? So now this is the rank of the past students, correct? Now let us see how many students have passed first. Okay, how many students have passed? Tell me. This 21, correct? Plus Neeta, that is 22, plus 4 plus Kalyan plus 33, correct? Or that is equal to, sorry, 21 plus 1, correct? 22 I have written. So 21 plus 1, 22 plus 5 plus 33, or that is equal to 60. Okay, now again to solve this, you can either solve it this way or just use the formula, correct? See, there are how many people, Neeta's rank is 22nd, Kalyan's rank from the bottom is 34, and you know there are 4 people between them. Then the total number of persons who have passed is nothing but 22 plus 4 plus 34. That is one way of solving it, or just using the diagram I have written. Either use the formula or the diagram, you get the answer as 60. So 60 people have passed. Here the pass-fail ratio is 4:1, correct? So in ratios, now if there are totally 5x students in the class, 4x students have passed the exam and 1x students have failed, correct? Now this 4x accounts to 60 students. So what is x? X is equal to 60 divided by 4, or that is equal to 15, correct? So totally how many students are there? Totally 5x students are there, or that is 5 into 15, that is equal to 75. Hope it's clear. So the total number of students in the class is 75. Yeah. So let's move on to the next question from ranking. So this is off late we see these kind of questions, right, in some of the exams, and lastly we had a similar question in the discussion forum as well, and I think we have taken that up in the problem solving session. So let us look at this question. Study the following information and answer the question below. In a class of boys and girls, Sanjay rank is 12th and Suman rank is 8th. Sanjay rank among the boys is 6th and Suman's rank among the girls is 3rd. In the class, Suman rank is 52nd from the other end. From the other end, Sanjay rank among boys is 26th. How many girls are there in between Suman and Sanjay? How do you solve this question? How many girls are there in between Suman and Sanjay? So let us solve this question. In a class of boys and girls, Sanjay ranks 12th. Okay. So there is a class of boys and girls, and Sanjay is ranks 12th. So this is Sanjay. Okay, he ranks 12th means, okay, we'll represent it from top to bottom, right? That might be easier for you to understand. So in a class of boys and girls, Sanjay ranks, this is Sanjay ranks 12th means how many children are there before Sanjay? There are 11 students before Sanjay and his rank is 12th. And Suman ranks 8th. So if this is Suman, okay, how many students are there before Suman? There are 7 students who are before Suman because she is ranking 8th. Sanjay ranks 6th among boys. Okay, so if Sanjay ranks, now let us consider boys alone. Okay, if there are, okay, now I am going to consider the boys here. Now among the boys, Sanjay is ranking 6th. Okay, this is the boys. I am representing the boys. Okay, Sanjay ranks 6th means how many boys are there before Sanjay? 5 boys are there before Sanjay. And Suman ranks among the girls 3rd. So I am going to represent the girls here. Okay, this is the girls. Now this diagram is for the total, all the students, boys and girls together. Suman ranks 3rd among the girls. So sorry, there are 2 people before Suman because Suman is the 3rd one. Now in the class, Suman's rank is 52nd from the other end. So how many people are there after Suman in the class? Total class after Suman, there are 51 students. So from this information, in the class, Suman ranks 52nd from the other end. See, it is given Sanjay ranks 6th and 12th. That means you have to take from the top only. Okay. Now in the class, Suman is 52nd from the other end. Okay. From the other end, Sanjay rank among the boys is 26th. So how many boys are there after Sanjay? Among the boys, his rank from the other end is 26th means there are 25 boys after Sanjay. So from this picture, what can you say? Totally how many boys are there? See, there are 5 boys before Sanjay, 25 boys after Sanjay, and Sanjay is in between. Correct? So the total number of boys in the class will be 25 plus 5 plus Sanjay. That is 25 plus 5 plus 1, or I can say totally there are 31 boys in the class. Now, how many total number of students can be here? That also you can find from this picture diagram, correct? How many total students are there? See, if you take Suman, before Suman there are 7 students, then you have Suman, and after Suman you have 51 students. Or totally you have 7 plus 8 plus 51, or you have totally 59 students. Okay, these are the informations that you can get from the diagram. Now let's see the question. How many girls are there in between Suman and Sanjay? So we have to know how many girls are there here. Now see, before Suman, how many girls are there? See, before Suman there are totally 7 people. Correct? Before Suman there are 7 people, and out of these 7 people, how many girls are there? There are 2 girls. Correct? See, Suman is here. There are 7 persons here. Out of the 7 persons, 2 are going to be girls. So the remaining 5 students who are here before Suman are going to be boys. Okay. Now between Suman and Sanjay, now we have to find how many girls are there. Okay. Before Sanjay, how many boys are there? Before Sanjay there are 5 boys. Correct? Those 5 boys are before Suman also. I hope that's clear. See, from this figure you know that before Sanjay there are going to be 5 boys. Okay. Here we found out that before Suman there are 5 boys and 2 girls. So these 5 boys before Sanjay are there here itself. They come in the first 7 ranks. The 5 boys are there itself. So can there be any boy here between Suman and Sanjay? No, because we know that among boys, Sanjay is ranked 6th and the 5 boys who come before Sanjay are already there before Suman. So between Suman and Sanjay, there are not going to be any boys and it is only going to be girls. Now, how many girls are there between Suman and Sanjay? See, this person is ranked. There are 11 people before Sanjay and there are 7 people before Suman. So she is ranked 8th and he is ranked 12th. So how many people are there between them? There are going to be 3 people between them and these 3 persons are going to be girls. So how many girls are there? Yeah. See, for this particular question, what do we know? This is Suman, this is Sanjay, okay, and we know Suman's rank is 11 and she is 7th from her in the class, and what is given, how many girls are there between these two, you have to find out. Now when you look at girls, see, we understand that there are 2 girls who have rank more than Suman. So out of these 7 children, right, out of these 7 children there are 2 girls because they are ranked more than Suman, and how remaining are boys, okay, there are 5 boys. So out of the 7 children who are there before Suman, 2 are girls and 5 are boys. See, we also know that among boys, Sanjay is ranked 6th, or there are 5 boys who are ranked more than Sanjay in the class. So where are these 5 boys actually? Before Sanjay, they are coming here, before Suman itself. In the first 7 ranks, these 5 boys are there. Okay, so who will be there between Suman and Sanjay? It's going to be only girls. Now how many girls will be there between Suman and Sanjay? There are going to be 3 girls because Suman's rank is 8th and Sanjay's rank is 12th, correct? So if their rank is 8th and 12th, how many people will be there? The person with the 9th rank, 10th rank and 11th rank. That is 3. See, before Suman there are 7 people. Out of the 7 people, we know that 2 persons are girls because there are 2 girls in the class who are ranked more than Suman, who have rank more than Suman. So if you remove those 2 girls, then you are left with 5 people. So who should that be? That has to be boys. So that's why I took it as 5. Okay. So I hope this was clear. Now let's move on to the next question. See, how many boys are there in the class? So somebody told me that all these explanations were superfluous here, but we are using that. That's why I had solved it. Okay. So how many boys are there? See, we know 5 boys are ahead of Sanjay, 25 boys below Sanjay. So total number of boys in the class is 25 plus 5 plus 1, 31 boys in the class. Yeah. So let's move on to the next question. 25 plus 5 plus 1 is equal to 31. 31 answer is option 1. Now let's look at the third question. How many boys are there before Suman? Very easy. How many boys are there before Suman? See, again in this question, before Suman, how many people are there? There are 7 persons, out of which we found that 2 were girls and 5 were boys. So how many boys are there before Suman? There are 5 boys before Suman. Sai Jyoti says Suman will be 6. How? See, Suman is ranked 8th, correct? So there will be 7 people before Suman. So let's move on to the next question. So this is the next question on ranking. See, as I said, till now we were looking at queues and arranging people according to their rank. So this is the last type wherein you will have to arrange students according to their attribute. Okay. There are 5 boys in a class. Kishore's position is above Sanjeet. Manoj is below Harindra. Sujay is above Manoj and Harindra. Who is in the lowest position? So how do we solve this question? So when such question comes, just try to write down the given information and then we will be able to arrive at the answer from that. So now they are given positions, okay. So Kishore's position is above Sanjeet. So I am just writing Kishore is above Sanjeet, means I am just putting a greater than symbol. Kishore is above Sanjeet. Manoj is below Harindra. So see, I am trying to use the same symbol throughout so that it's easier for me to collate and write in the end. So how am I going to write this? See, Manoj is below Harindra, or I can say Harindra is going to be above Manoj. Sujay is above Manoj and Harindra. So Sujay is above Manoj and Harindra. Okay, but what do I know? I know Harindra is above Manoj. So what can I say? I can say Sujay is above Harindra and Harindra is above Manoj. So I have got this. Now, yeah, who is at the lowest position? So see, again we also know that Kishore is above Sanjeet. Okay, we know Kishore is above Sanjeet. Here then we have Sujay is above Harindra and Harindra is above Manoj. Who is at the lowest position? So what is the answer that you get? Who is at the lowest position? See, we have only two information. Kishore is above. See this S, there are two S, so let's not confuse. We'll put it as A, and this is SU, correct, Sujay. So this is SU and this is SA. But with these two, can we say who is at the lowest? See, if this K and SA, they were somewhere here, okay, then I can say Manoj is at the lowest. But if Manoj was taller than Kishore, then this SA, Sanjeet would be the lowest. So we cannot for sure say whether it is Sanjeet or Manoj or whoever is the lowest. So we should say it is cannot be determined. Is it clear? Somebody says Sanjeet. No, it is cannot be determined. Why? See, we have information that Kishore is taller than Sanjeet. Kishore's position is above Sanjeet. Okay, and we also know Sujit is above Harindra and Manoj. But we don't have any relation between Kishore, Sanjeet and these three. Unless if that is given, we will not be able to arrive at a correct answer. So we should say that the answer is going to be cannot be determined. Is it clear? How is Sanjeet the lowest? No, you can't say that. See, they can be here also, right? Kishore is greater than Sanjeet is greater than. This can also be the arrangement. So let's move on to the next question. Read the following to answer the questions that follow it. Jayesh is taller than Mohan but shorter than Ashok. Shashi is taller than Mohan but shorter than Vijay. Who is the tallest? So Jayesh is taller than Mohan, and given Jayesh is shorter than Ashok, or what can I say? I can say Ashok is taller than Jayesh, because Jayesh is shorter than Ashok, means I can say Ashok is taller than Jayesh. Now Shashi is taller than Mohan, and it's also given that Shashi is shorter than Vijay, or I can say Vijay is taller than Shashi. So who is the shortest? So just collating the information, what do we get? We get A is greater than, J is greater than M. Okay. Now I also get S is greater than M and V is greater than S. Basically, there are 5 people and all these 4 persons, A, J, V and S, everybody is greater than M. So who is going to be the tallest? Okay, not the shortest. Who is going to be the tallest? It is either A or V who is going to be the tallest. Either Ashok or Vijay will be the tallest. So answer for this question is option 3. Now if the question was who is the shortest, I think the next question is who is the shortest. It is very clear. There is everybody, all the 4 people are taller than Mohan, correct? All A, J, V and S, all of them are taller than Mohan. So who is the shortest? Mohan is the shortest, correct? Who is the shortest? Is Mohan there in the option? No, Mohan is not there in the option. So it is none of these. But who is the shortest? Mohan is going to be the shortest. Yeah? Okay. Now let's move on to the next question. Okay. Sumitra is shorter than Nandini. So Nandini is taller than Sumitra. Okay. Now Sumitra is shorter than Nandini but not as much as Kamini. So Sumitra is taller than Kamini also. Now Karishma is taller than Rashmi, okay, but not as much as Sumitra. So I can say Sumitra is taller than Karishma and Karishma is taller than Rashmi. Now who is the shortest? No, we cannot say, because Sumitra is taller than Karishma, we know Sumitra is also taller than Kamini, but again between Kamini and Rashmi we are not sure, right? So we will go with cannot be determined as the option. This we have come to an end of the questions for today's session. So that's it guys for today. So all the very best. I hope the questions that we solved was useful for you for your preparation. Yeah. No relation between Kamini and Rashmi. Yes, so that's what we will take it as cannot be determined. So hope the questions was clear guys, and all the very best with your preparations. That's it guys. So bye from me for now. I'll see you in this next session. Okay, all the very best. Bye from Gayatri for now.